Hello, my name is Garx82 and welcome back to our FTB Interactions series. Unfortunately, I recorded a few minutes and for some reason my microphone was not working. I don't know, sometimes OBS changes my microphone settings and I don't know why. I don't know if it's like an update that is like resetting them or something, but yeah. Hopefully it is working now. But yeah, real quick, what I had done, I had crafted up a couple item conduits. They are relatively easy. Just the pulsating iron. There we go. Yeah, just the pulsating iron. Easy enough. I got this from a quest. I don't remember which quest it was, but we got 4 pulsating iron ingots, so I just used that. So I didn't have to go find a ender pearl. It's kind of nice, but yeah, basically just set up a kind of, just put the stuff that needs to be smelted in there, and then we get it out here. Just because some of these nugget recipes just have so many ingots or nuggets, it's kind of a pain. And this will not run if it's full. So that is kind of the main reason I did that. That is kind of in the way. I like move this. How about we just throw it here? This whole base is like, it's so small. I need to expand it. Yeah, so I can just process my ingots a bit faster with that. So actually get those. We're not fully processing all the things yet, but it does seem like this Hellfire kiln can basically replace the there is impure. Sometimes the impure and purified dusts are not shown in NEI or JEI, and yeah, it does seem like the Hellfire kiln can do most of the stuff. There's 144 pages of it, so I think it just acts like a vanilla furnace, basically. Any kind of smelting recipe. Obviously, it's much quicker, as we can see. So I'm thinking we may actually be able to replace the seared furnace. I don't think we were basically using that to do what that's doing. So I think this is obsolete now. And I may need to craft up a Tinker's smeltery anyway, not the little porcelain one. I'm gonna need like an actual smeltery at some point because we're gonna need this, and I don't think there's any other way to get it. We need coagulated blood drop, and I'm pretty sure the only way to get that is standing in a smeltery, but I could be wrong. No, that's just 9. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to actually get a real thing. But anyway, that is getting a little bit ahead of ourselves. I went ahead and crafted up a Polarizer. Polarizer is really easy. Doesn't even require any circuits, so definitely get this early on because we can craft the magnetic iron. Instead of using 4 redstone per rod, you basically just throw it in there and it magnetizes it for you. So that is another good machine to get early on. All right, I've been kind of jumping back and forth. I want to get a lathe. Unfortunately, we did use the diamond to get a time in a bottle, but it probably would have been better to get a lathe. But anyway, that's what we did. I wanted to get the time in the bottle crafted up. So I want to get a lathe because that will let us get iron rods and screws and all that stuff much easier. So that is kind of the next big one I want to get, I think. Now there's 2 ways to go about getting diamonds. We can either do it the sifting way or the autoclave way. If we do the sifting way, I do need an ore washing plant. We're going to get all these eventually. but it's kind of doing the most efficient. I think I'm just going to go with an autoclave. This is pretty easy to craft up. So I'm going to go ahead and do this. I am currently making the pump. You actually do get... This recipe actually rewards you with 4 of them, so that's pretty cool. Looks like there is the same for... Yeah, if we do a conveyor belt, we'll get 4 conveyor belts. That's pretty cool. So yeah, I'm doing that one. I need the medium bronze pipes, and I can't wait to get an extruder, an MV extruder. We're quite far off of that though, unfortunately. That makes getting pipes much easier. If you don't know, you can just throw the 3 in there and you get 1, as opposed to having to turn them into plates and do it manually with the tools. So there is that. And I think that, yeah, screwdriver and wrench. I don't know what it is about these pump recipes. I think it's a tin rotor that's such a pain, but these pump recipes, I don't know, they are such a pain. It's a bit easier once you get the assembler and stuff, but yeah, at first, man, these things are annoying. But I'm going to turn that quest in. There it is. So we got 4. Yeah, that is pretty cool. Right. I did use the one last MLV machine hull to craft up the polarizer, so I do need to get that. I'm going to throw those in there though. And a couple of these. I'm going to be sad when I go through all these circuits that we keep getting. A piece of glass. Does that smell glass? I'm actually kind of curious. Let me throw some sand in there just to see. What does it give us? I'm assuming that works. Maybe not. Can you not smelt sand? Looks like that is not a thing. Dang it. There really is... Until you can get the fluid solidifier, yeah. And melt this stuff down. Fluid extract the sand, yeah. And then solidify it. It really is not the easiest thing to craft up glass. But, alright, we need a bunch of steel. Now, do I have any more? I don't think I have any more. No, I used it all up. So we need to get some more. Let's see. Does rubber wood turn into... Can we turn that into charcoal? I actually don't know. Yeah, we can. Might as well. Although... Oh, I have some right here. That's right. My creosote was full. That was the issue. I'm just gonna do... I'm gonna need a whole bunch. Whatever, let's just do that. I need it for steel, basically. And eventually we'll have this all automated. So as we can see, it's much easier just throwing that in the chest and getting all that stuff. Although the nuggets are a pain. I'm like, am I gonna want to get a packager like sooner than later to automate that? Because man, those are annoying. Having to manually do that. It's a bit easier if you have the inventory tweaks or crafting tweaks or whatever that, not crafting tweaks, whatever the one that lets you automatically, it'll even out all the things, the buttons or whatever. I don't know what mod that is, but alright, yeah, I guess we'll just do all this anyway. Let's just turn all this into steel. So this will be the Autoclave. So we'll be able to craft up lapis and diamonds and any kind of gem, basically turn dust into gems. So as we can see, that's what this is used for. So let me get this crafted up. I need to smelt up the steel. I need to get the LV machine hull, and then yeah, we'll come back. And I think this is it. Yes, LV machine hull. There we go. There is the basic autoclave. That off. I'll probably need that up there. I'll leave that there. All right, so basic autoclave. I'm gonna throw that there. Let me grab a blue steel cable. That's not gonna work, is it? That's blocking my thing. All right, so we're already causing issues here with this setup. Man, this is I'm gonna have to redo this like ASAP. I guess we could. We'll do that. Is that what I want to do? I also just realized that this is probably auto-outputting steam into the forge hammer. Not that it's not running right now, but I just realized as opposed to going through here and then out here, it's probably auto-putting it in there if I had it running at the same time. Just a random thought. Yeah. This is crazy. Can I even? No, I didn't want to get, oh, there it is. Oh, hello. Apparently it is raining. Or thunderstorming. Alright, so autoclave. We need, I'm just gonna do a 1. Oh, that just finished, which is pretty cool. Alright, I'm gonna throw a couple more in there. I'm just trying to save resources until I can get automated like tree farm, and I'm just being very, just so I don't have to spend a lot of time farming. All right, I do need to, let's heal up. All right, you're done. That. Also, I could probably speed that up if I want. Yeah, look how fast that goes. I don't think that will be an issue. Speeding up power gen, though, if I sped this up, that might cause issues with overvolting and blowing stuff up. So you got to be careful with that. Coal boilers, I think you'll be fine. Like speeding up, so it's just producing more steam. It's not producing actual power. Obviously, if we can't output it fast enough, it'll cause issues. But all right, there is that. Let's just throw that in there. There we go. Also, I kind of feel like if you stand on this, if it's all the way up to the top, this should burn you. If this steam thing burned you, shouldn't this burn you if it's super hot? Anyway, there is our thing, so we can finally do that. Now, as we can see, this is a pretty slow recipe, and also using just regular water. You can find it. It only gives a 70% chance. So we may not get diamond from this. I only need 1 diamond. Why don't I'm not gonna... Yeah, might as well. We'll just throw it in there and let it work. So that will be that. And with this, I'm going to get a lathe. I think that's going to be the next one. we get. Yeah, so definitely need some more steel. All right, so this is a good example of what happens if we run too many machines at once. Now, we only have one battery in here. The steam turbine is running, it's powering up this one battery, and then we're outputting 1 amp of LV, and the power is going down the line, and it gets to here, puts the power that needed in this autoclave, and then whatever is kind of left would go down the line. And unfortunately, by the time it gets to here, it's not enough power, and the recipe fails. Now, we can actually do this. I need to turn this off, and I actually don't have... Is it like soft mallet? Yeah, let's see. Plastic, we do rubber. Yeah, there is a wood one. So I need to get this crafted up so I can turn this off. I love how I'm still using the transmutation tablet. Yeah, so there is that. And then let's right click on that. So that will turn off so we're not wasting power, because we saw it kept failing and dropping in progress. So you're basically just wasting power. All right, so yeah, that is helpful. Yeah. As I'm kind of going through the pack while that's, well, I'll take the diamond out. We'll wait for that one to finish and then I'll turn that back on. I don't know, as I'm going through the pack and the quest book, I don't know, the quest book doesn't explain like a lot of kind of nuances with Gregtech. It doesn't really give you a decent... It doesn't really tell you what machines are good to craft up, and like... I don't know. Because it doesn't mention like the wire mill, it doesn't, you know, I don't know. Oh, it does mention the wire mill and the bending machine. Doesn't mention a polarizer, which is a really good one. Doesn't mention a lathe. I don't know. I mean, maybe it does somewhere, but I'm not seeing it anywhere. These quests are kind of cool. It kind of gives you an idea of what you should be working towards at that certain tier. Like this is titanium, aluminum. I mean, that's kind of cool, but I don't know. Indium. Small Indium game dev company. All right, the quest rewards are pretty funny. All right, we did get 2 diamonds from that, so that was pretty cool. All right, now I can turn this on and we will be getting enough power now. So we can see why having multiple batteries in here would be useful, because then we can run more machines at the same time. Obviously, it's going to use more steam, but yeah. I guess let me do some more crafting. We'll get the lathe crafted up, and then we will check that out. I think that's, yeah, that's where it went. All right, we are back. I'm just finishing up the steel that we're going to need, and I also realized I cannot put the autoclave right on top of this because it can't auto output the steam to the back. So I just kind of threw it up there just in the meantime. This needs to be taken care of. I'll probably do this next episode. Actually, I don't need those. I need to turn those into rods, which is the reason we are getting the lathe, so we can get a 1-to-2 ratio on that. There's that. Those in there. All right, so this, we need 1 of these. I think that is everything. So that. All right, piston. And there we go. Basic lathe. All right, awesome. So I'll throw that there. All right, so lathe, basically we just throw the ingot in, and then it gives us 2 2 rods. It doesn't do 1 rod and like small dust, which you may have seen that kind of a recipe before. But yeah, so basically that is just a 1 to 2. Instead of using the 1 to 1 recipe, now we have a 1 to 2. So that is kind of like wire mill, bending machine, polarizer, lathe are kind of my first machines that I always like to go for. That helps with most of the things. If we look at this, we can get better steel plates. We have a better ratio for wires now. We have, fortunately we don't have that, but the glass tube, that's actually not, that's not like that bad of a recipe, but yeah, there's the wires again. So yeah, those are the first kind of 4 machines that I always go for. All right, what do I want to... I'm just looking at this, I'm like, do we want to spend time right now, or... Actually, I think I want to... You know what, I think I want to... All right, there's a couple things. I want to get... You know, this whole Steam automated, that is kind of like a big thing I want to work towards. Is that... Let me kind of figure out what I want to do, and then we'll come back. All right, we are back, and I'm actually going to do something probably not... what is kind of like normal. I am actually going to craft up a couple machines here, and one of them is these first. One of them is the basic electrolyzer, and the other one is a basic canning machine. Now this may seem kind of weird, like why are you crafting these up? And basically I'm going to craft up, I want more sodium batteries, and the only way to do that is use a canning machine and fill them with sodium and a battery. I do have from, I don't know which quest it was, but we did get stibnite, which is what we need to make batteries. It must have been the battery quest. I'm thinking about it. So that is that. That'll let us get, let's see, and that hurts a bit, but is there no, yeah, antimony is what directly smelts into it. We'll just get the bits. I don't need much. I just need, I guess we'll do 9. Basically, we combined lead with antimony, and that will get us battery alloy. And with that, we can some batteries. Actually, I don't have enough lead. I just realized, because I need a, wait, no, we need, is it tin or is it lead? On 10 cables. All right, we do have enough. Right, so that should be, and it's going to be a while before we get more antimony, I'm pretty sure. So I got to be a little, use that a little sparingly. Used 1 extra. 1 in 4, not 1 in 5. Yeah. All right. So we need 6. And that will get us the battery part of it. Now I have... I will do that. We need some sodium, and sodium we will get from the electrolyzer. Now I did clear out a little bit behind here, just... This is totally temporary. I'm going to be getting this like sorted out pretty soon here. Probably next episode. This needs to be... we need to get this fixed because this is insane. The battery alloy plates do take quite a while. Almost 10 seconds. But yeah, we'll do that. One more. Yeah, and then to get the sodium... Now the reason getting the electrolyzer this early isn't really useful is because a lot of the recipes in the electrolyzer require MV, so it's a bit of a waste to craft it up this early, but there are a couple LV ones. As we can see, salt. Just 2 salt, you get sodium and chlorine, and that is an LV recipe. Now to get a couple of these, I would need 6 sodium, so we need, what, 12 salt? And there is salt. I actually don't know if there is a salt vein. Usually there is like a salt ore. Yeah, salt ore right there. But looking at the thing that tells you like what spawns, I am not seeing any salt. None of these are like a salt vein. So I don't know if salt is actually disabled, to be honest. Yeah, I don't know if it actually... The ore. I guess I'm talking about the ore, not salt. Salt does spawn. I did see it. Wait, there's... I'm not seeing... in the water. I have seen it. Let me run around. We should grab a boat. And let's grab some salt, and then we will craft up some of these batteries. Alright, we are back. And I found one, just like one little vein of it or whatever, on just over by the grassland area. And we got a whole bunch of it. I don't know what this seagrass thing is. Does this turn into anything? No. I'll probably just get rid of that. So, yeah, we'll just throw 12 in there. And that will get us the sodium, and then we can get batteries. So we have 4 batteries, and that'll just make running machines. I can run a couple of machines at the same time. Not that I'm running a whole lot of stuff all at once at the moment, but that will help a little bit. Just gonna turn that into a piece of steel. Get it out of my inventory. All right. You may have noticed I broke down the seared furnace, and I was gonna turn it into just a little thing so I could jump in here and get the coagulated blood that we're gonna need. And yeah, I went to craft up the controller, and it's actually been disabled. So I was like, well, how the heck are we supposed to get this then? And I noticed there is a rotten flesh recipe. Obviously, we can't put it in the Tinker Smeltery because that doesn't exist, but it does work in there. So we need 4 rotten flesh. And rotten flesh I got from the strainer. So not too difficult. So I'm going to throw that in there. Oh, that goes fast. All right, and that should, yeah, there's the, that was easy. All right, and then I need one of those drying racks. I don't see him. I had one. I don't know what happened to it though. That, I think that's it. Thought it's a drying rack, but is that the? No. All right, I did do the wrong thing. I was like, that doesn't seem right. Item rack. I didn't think it was named that. I could have sworn I had one. Is that the? No. What's this again? All right. Feels weird that we're still using this work table thing. I'm gonna go ahead and say that. There's just a couple like random recipes that need to be used on. Well, I guess you upgrade into the LV machines. So yeah, just pretend like I didn't say that. All right, so there's the drying rack. I don't know why I'm putting it right next to the chicken, but all right, there we go. So that will do that. Because I want to get snares so I can get the yeah, so I can get a resonating one. Basically, it is the demonic will that we're getting. We have brass now. We have marble. I want the this. So glass shards. Do I have any? Kind of annoying that's glass shards. I'm like, can I just break one? All right, there we go. We got 4. All right, so there's that. And then we'll get that. That's going to take a little while. Let's jump back here. There is our sodium. Let's fill these batteries. And there is that. Now we can throw those in there. And there we go. We got enough power. Now, the Gregtech Community Edition power is a bit strange. Unfortunately, it does not fill all the batteries at once. It just fills one, and then it moves on to the next one, and then the next one, and the next one, depending on how much amps you send in. If I sent in 2 amps, like 2 turbines, it would maybe do 2 at once, but it never does the whole battery buffer. So the battery buffers that hold a lot, like 16, don't always work very well, because no matter how much power you put into them, if you're drawing too many amps, it's never going to charge all the batteries at once. So just keep that in mind. But yeah, I like having that so we can run multiple machines at once. I could probably, I don't want to waste any resources to show that you can actually run a couple machines. All right, so that is pretty cool. I was going to get a basic packager so we could get tin cables easier. We won't need to use the string anymore, but requires a robot arm, and those are pretty expensive because they do require a circuit. So I'm probably not going to do that. Okay, it's almost wrapping up point, but before I do that, I'm going to craft up 2 more machines. One is the basic fluid solidifier, and the other is the basic fluid extractor. I also need one of these. A file and hammer, I think. Hammer and file. Yeah, there we go. There it is. I need the mold block. And the reason I wanted to do this is, actually, I don't think we need any of those. I can just, right there and there. Basically the mold goes in there, and what we can do is melt down sand And we can actually, if we to the right, fluid auto output into the thing, and then there we go, there is our glass. So I don't have to do that annoying thing with the glass anymore. Unfortunately, this does require a lot of power. Can't run this a lot. It does require 28 EU per tick, so we are probably losing power. Steam, yeah, we're losing steam, I figured. But I just wanted to get a easier way to produce glass, because having to silk touch the sand around there is pretty annoying. But yeah, there is that. I went ahead and crafted up the rudimentary snares. So next episode we'll come back. We will get the hopefully get the demonic will that we're going to need, and we can craft up the resonating wand, and then we'll finally be able to use the luminous crafting table that we crafted up. Although I'm just noticing we're like underground, probably don't get a view of the stars. Kind of curious, does that, all right, yeah, there we go. So it's just, if you have like the glass, it'll work. So that's good to know. Anyway, that's gonna be for this episode. So thanks for watching, and have a good one.